guys, Molly here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing the bookshelf scavenger hunt, where you get a set of challenges and you're supposed to find books that coordinate with those challenges and everything. So you're supposed to be looking through your bookshelves and see what matches with what and everything. And this is my first time doing it. And I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I'm finally gonna get to it and everything. But yeah, let's just get started. So the first challenge is find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it. So everyone always chooses Markus Zusak, but I'm gonna go try to find a book that has a letter Z in it, in the name or title that is not Markus Zusak. So I found The Maze Runner by James Dashner. So this has the letter Z in the title. So I didn't choose Markus Zusak like everyone else does, but I found The Maze Runner. And the next one is find a classic. So I have 3 books for this one. This one was pretty easy, I guess, because I have 3 classics. So the first one is The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. This is the Great Illustrated Classics. This is the Great Illustrated Classics edition, I would say. So this is a classic. Actually, it doesn't say what year it's published. It probably says on Goodreads what year it's published, obviously, but I'm surprised it doesn't say what year it's published in the copyright section of the book. But basically this is a classic, and the other classic I found was Othello by Shakespeare. So this is one of his classics. I think he wrote this, he was alive during the 1600s. So we have this one. And then the other one I have is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare again. So this is another classic. And the third challenge is find a key on the cover. Now I'm going to think this challenge is going to be very hard to find with a key on the cover, because I don't think I have any books that with keys on the cover, but let me go look. So I checked almost all my books and none of them have keys on them, so I don't think I have a book that has a key on it. So this challenge was a fail. And the fourth challenge is find something on your shelves that is not a book. Does a candle count? Because, well, they're not on my shelves, but like they're on the top of my bookcase, so like I think that counts. But found a candle that is not a book. And the next challenge is number 5, find the oldest book on your shelves. So those 2 books. I don't know which book was published first. Actually, let me Goodreads that real quick. Okay, so I Goodreads Othello and Romeo and Juliet to see which book is actually the oldest. And can you guess? It's Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, I think, is published in 1595. Even though I just Goodreads it. No, it's 1597, and then Othello was 1603. So Romeo and Juliet is the oldest book I have on my shelves. And number 6 is find a book with a girl on the cover. So that is going to be so easy. So that book I found is What the Spell by Brittany Geraltalis. I don't know how to pronounce that. But so this book has a girl on the cover. She kind of looked like she kind of looks like Peyton Reed's from Peyton Reed's. So that's kind of cool. She kind of looks like her. And number 7, find a book with a boy on the cover. First one that I chose, or just, okay, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. So this has Percy on the cover, which is a boy, and everything. So yeah, I originally was gonna go with Harry Potter, but like everyone does Harry Potter, and then Percy Jackson was the second book that came to mind. So yeah. And number 8 is find a book with an animal in it. And that book, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I know when Hermione's cat gets introduced in this book and everything. So this book has a animal in it. And number 9, I can't do 9. Number 9. Number 9 is find a book with a male protagonist. I want to choose a different book. And that book I found was Gone by Michael Grant. So the main character is a boy. And number 10 is find a book with only words on it. So like no picture art or anything, so just the title and the author's name, nothing else. So that's gonna be none of my books, because I have books that have pictures on them. I have pictures, like art on all my books. So I don't have a book for that challenge. I don't think many books would sell if it was just the title and author's name on it, because that's boring and bland. I know on my computer, this girl has the book Gone on it, the last book I just showed you, and it's just literally, it's all black and it just has the words on it and the title, the author's name. So yeah. And number 11 is find a book with illustrations in it. And that book is Meet Molly by Valerie Tripp. So all throughout this book has illustrations in it and everything. So yeah. Number 12 is find a book with gold lettering. The first book I just found was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So this does have gold lettering, as you can see. It's kind of like, yeah, you can see it, I think. This cover is like gorgeous, and everything. And I really want to read a Leigh Bardugo book, but I just haven't yet because I have like other priorities for like other books that I've gotten before this book. And like, I don't know, I just like this whole hype around this book. I just feel like it's not gonna, like, all this hype, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, this hype, and then I read it and then I'm like disappointed in it, and I have that fear of me not liking Leigh Bardugo. So maybe that's why I keep putting it off. I'm like, I'm not gonna read it. I'll read it, but like, I don't know, but I do have books that I've had before longer than this one that I've been wanting to read, but at the same time, I read books that I've gotten after this book. But I don't know. And number 13 is find a diary, true or false. So like it's a true diary or a false diary. So I don't own any diary type of books. So, yeah. Number 14 is find a book written by someone with a common name. For example, like Smith. Common last name. And that book I chose was Parallel by Lauren Miller. So Lauren is a common name and Miller is a common last name. So yeah. And number 15 is find a book that has a close-up of something on it. And that book I chose was Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. So this does have a close-up of an eye. And number 16 is find a book on your shelf that takes place in the earliest time period. And that book is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I do have a lot of fantasy books, but those don't have time periods technically, I guess. So this is in the earliest time period that I have. And number 17 is find a hardcover without a jacket on it. That's gonna be none of my books because I buy books with dust jackets on it if I can, and I don't have a like hardcover like they do sometimes in the UK and everything, so I don't have a book for this challenge. And number 18 is find a teal/turquoise colored book. Ooh, I'm terrible at like finding trying to figure out what type of color that is, like what type of blue is it, what type of pink is it. Like I'm terrible at that, like trying to find a teal or turquoise. It's gonna be so hard. And that book I found was Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi. So this girl who posted who did the bookshelf scavenger hunt on her blog or whatever, her and her friend I think, posted Ignite Me, and I guess it's tealish? I think it looks teal. I honestly don't know. It looked like whatever, so I'm just stealing it. Sorry. But yeah, this is, I think, teal or turquoise. I looked and googled what teal and turquoise looked like. This kind of looks like turquoise, I think. I don't know. I tried. I don't know. And number 19 is find a book with stars on it. And that book I chose was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Do you get it? Because it has stars on it. Ha ha ha. I don't have an actual book with stars on it, so this is gonna be the next best thing that I have toward stars, because it has stars on it. To be technical about it, it didn't have to be actual stars. Could have been the word stars. Duh. And number 20 is find a non-YA book. And that book I found was Everybody Rise by Stephanie Clifford. So this is a non-YA book. It's like a chick lit book, so it's like, I think, an adult book or a young adult. I mean, a new adult. I think it's adult, but I could be mistaken. Could be YA, but I'm pretty sure it is an adult book. And number 21 is find the longest book you own. And the longest book I have is Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. So this is the longest book I have, with 870 pages. Number 22, find the shortest book you own. The smallest book I own is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. So this book has a whopping 173, but that's with about the author, and just the actual story itself is 169 pages. And at number 23 is find a book with multiple point of views. And that book I chose was Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. So this does have multiple point of views. And this book is so damaged now because, like, it's just, if you've seen in real life, it's worse in real life, kind of, but kind of not. Because this book is always getting, like, bent like that, and, like, when I'm trying to get in the shelves and it rips, and just this tiny rip, I guess. But it's really annoying because this shelf right now is jam-packed, and it's like so hard to get things in and out because of the sizes of the books. And like, I have a Court of Thorns and Roses right here, so if I took that out, there would be like a gap, and like things like bent over. Like my books like bend over a little bit, and it's so annoying, and I hate it. So if this book was just a little bit tinier, this whole bookshelf wouldn't be like jam-packed where I can barely get anything out of it and everything. So yeah, if only this book was just a little bit tinier, I would have no problem of fitting these books in it. And number 24 is find a shiny book. I don't know if you classify this as a shiny book. I don't think I have. I don't know. I don't have a shiny book, but this, like, the light reflects off it. Like, look. See that? I don't know if that's shiny, but it does that, and I don't think I have a shiny book. And the last question, last challenge, number 25, is find flowers. Find a book with flowers on it. And that book is Radiance by Alyson Noel. So there is flowers at the bottom on this book. So yeah. So that is it for this video. I really had fun trying to search for all these books and everything. I really recommend you guys doing this. It's kind of like, not frustrating, but like trying to like find like different books is like it's really cool trying to be like, oh, what kind of like books do I have on my shelves that have like certain things on it, and it's really cool to find it and everything. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this a big old thumbs up, and also subscribe down below to see more of me if you did enjoy this video. Also comment down below anything at all. I don't care what you comment. And everything. So I will see you in the next video. Bye!